Hello and welcome to Fitness Friday MMA Day 2. Ako muli si Jojo Tabang. I am a training director and also a researcher for Teachers International. And I am also an MMA fighter and an instructor for 4-6 MMA. I am currently the pinweight champion of Balikatan and DUFC. So for today, recap lang muna natin yung mga napag-usapan natin the last episode around. Remember to do your shadow boxing, your double leg takedowns, your single leg, your sprawling, and how to defend also from the single leg takedown. We also discussed papaano ba yung mechanisms ng magandang give and take sparring, yung wala masyadong gigil, more on technique, more on application, and we also discussed the tie-up. I hope na yung mga tinuro namin mai-apply nyo in your solo fitness, kahit mag-isa ka lang naman, right? Or with a training partner para ma-maximize natin yung training time na ginagawa mo. Not only are you getting fit, but you're also learning. So ngayon na nadala na natin yung laban from stand-up to the ground, pag-uusapan naman natin kung anong gagawin mo pag nasa ground ka na. Paano ba mag-establish ng magandang position? Paano ba kumuha ng magandang submission? And more importantly, paano ba tumakas at depensahan ang mga yon? Okay? So for the first technique na ituturo ko sa inyo sa ating ground session is called the side mount. Remember na humabol ka ng magandang takedown, you put him down. Ngayon gusto mo manigurado that he stays down. So kunyari ito kami dalawa ni Sir Vince. Remember na ibababa ko yung base ko kasi bubuhatin ko siya, kapit sa kanyang bewang, right? Bangga ng tenga, hatak ng kamay. Yan. Okay, usog tayo natin. Usog tayo. So, the moment na naibagsak ko na si Sir Vince sa ground, maninigurado ako na hindi siya basta makakatakas. Pagkabagsak, itong bewang ko, ilalagay ko sa kanyang kilikili. Okay, ipipin ko siya ng maayos. So, tayo ulit para makita nila. Pagkahabol ng shoot, take down. Siguraduhin na makuha mo yung kanyang bewang. Okay? So, dito tayo para makita nyo. Dito tayo. Para makita nila. Okay, so remember, I took him down. I want him to stay down. And how do I do that? Maninigurado ako na wala ako sa kanyang legs. I have to make sure that I'm pinning his chest down. So, kahit subukan ni Sir Vince na mag-bridge, yan, umangat, walang tao dyan. Nandito ako. Now, why do we have to do this? Like what I mentioned, dahil tinake down mo siya, gusto mo siya nakababa. Dahil sa aspeto ng MMA, pwede kang sumuntok, pwede mo siyang bigyan ng mga suntok if you want to. And since this is also MMA, may mga submissions tayo. An example of submission that you could do, okay, is called the Kimura. I-demonstrate ko lang naman, okay? Kapit dyan. Yan. Sorry, Amerikana pala. Brush. So, part of this drill, pagkakuha ng takedown, habol agad ng side mount. When you have the side mount, you could go to many different positions. Pag hindi mo makuha yung submission or hindi mo ma-maintain yung side mount, pwede ka ding humabol ng high mount. So, nabagsak mo na, napin down ko na si Sir Vince. Make sure na mataas ang level mo ha, just to make sure that yung bewang mo umaabot sa kanyang kilikili. So much so na yung katawan mo, yan, natatakpan mo yung mukha niya. Hindi siya komportable. But then again, hindi mo bibigyan ng comfort talaga yung kalaro mo. Okay? Mula sa posisyon na to, pwede kang humabol ng high mount. Just like the side mount, the high mount is also important because if you wanna punch your way to a finish, pwede yan. Katulong mo ang gravity, right? So since mataas ng posture mo, when you punch, tinutulungan ka ng gravity going towards his head. Attack. If you wanna do a submission, an example of submission is called the armbar. Isolate ko yung braso, igilid ako, kukunin ko yan. Remember, nasa itaas ako. Kung ito yung kamay na gusto kong i-manipulate, kontrolin, maninigurado ka muna na malapit ka para may leverage ka. Pagkabagsak, ayan, dahan-dahan, hyperextend. Pero para mangyari lahat ng submission at ground and pound na yun, sisiguraduhin mo na pag na-take down mo na yung kalaban mo, yung kalaro mo, you want to pin him down. Remember, you want to isolate this. You want to be this high in the side mount. Okay? Wala ka sa bewang kasi kung mag-bridge, baka may makatakas. Pag sa high mount, gusto mo na nandito ka sa itaas. Always remember that when it comes to your basic dominant position. Okay, so kung may kapartner ka, you could practice that. Pagkahabol ng takedown, humabol ng side mount, humabol ng high mount, just always make sure na maganda yung base mo, you're pinning the person down properly. Pero paano kung mag-isa ka lang? Right? You could do a switching drill na i-introduce sa atin ni Sir Vince. Sir Vince? So So you would notice from this position, yan, si Sir Vince, inaano niya, yung base niya, nilalabas niya na maayos. He's still maintaining balance. He's switching from that angle to this angle. As you could notice a while ago sa ginawa kong positioning from the side mount to high mount, this requires you to move your legs and your upper body in coordination. Okay? So kung magawa mo yan properly with a proper switching drill, okay, mai-apply mo yung mga techniques and principle with that. Pagdating sa ground, at least may idea ka na paano mag-transition. So again, balik ako. Nakunan ako, kunyari, ako naman ang nakunan ni Vince ng side mount. Observe mo yung galaw niya. I-try nyo i-relate sa switching drill a while ago. Dito siya, mataas siya. Right? He's gonna go for a high mount and then to a side mount. High mount ka. Yan. And then side mount. Kabila. Side mount ka kabila. Okay. Doon in-apply ni Sir Vince yung switching principles pagdating sa ganun. He's maintaining good base. He's making sure that I am not able to stand up. Very important yun. And anytime na gusto niya humabol ng submission, nasa magandang angle siya for doing so. So this time around, ipapractice naman natin yung depensa pag ikaw yung nasa baba. Remember na si Sir Vince, being on a side mount, gusto niyang habulin yung aking upper body para hindi ko siya maitulak. First of all, sige, diba? First of all, pag nasa angulo siya for a submission, dahil malapit sa kanya yung braso ko, pwede siyang yan, Americana for example. Alright? So, that's my first problem. Yung gusto niya dito, ayoko siya na nandyan. Remember, ang basic na defense that you could do is the opposite of what the offense is trying to do. If he's trying to go up, I'll try to push him down. Pero hindi yan basa-basa. I try to push him down with my elbow, wala, mahirap. So, this is where squirming comes in. This position, I move to the side, okay? Para hindi ko kinakalagkad yung buong balikat ko, I try to frame his head. Kung hindi ko magamit yung palad ko, pwede mong gamitin yung ano mo, yung forearm mo. Right? Push 1, go to the other side, push 2. From this space, sa space na to, isang kamay, pasok dito sa butas, space, yan. Pangalawang kamay, pasok dito. So kahit humabol man si Sir Vince ng side mount na mataas uli, sige, habol mo ng side. As long as nandito yung dalawang braso mo, I could simply slide out. Notice na hindi ko dadaanin sa lakas ito. Slide out lang ako. Position, slide out. Ako naman yung nasa labas. Pwede ako humabol ng submission na gusto ko. Okay? So again, nakunan ako ng magandang side mount ni Sir Vince. Proper side mount, yan. Mahirap siyang gawin, oo, pero imbis na tumunga nga ka na lang sa depensa, wala ka nang ginagawa, do the best you can to escape. And when you do your best to escape, make sure that it's technical. Okay? Hindi na sasayang. Try to move to the side. Push! Push! Isang kamay. Pasok! Pasok! Slide out. Okay? Now, it's also the same technique na gagawin mo when it comes to a high mount. So again, nakunan ako ng high mount ni Sir Vince this time around. Mataas yung base niya. Right? Malapit siya sa aking kamay. So much that he could punch me. If he wants to go for a submission, example, an armbar. Sige, abot ka ng armbar. Yan. Mas malapit sa kanya yung kamay ko, mas madali niyang manipulate. Therefore, gusto kong ilayo yung mga kamay ko at ang aking upper body sa kanya. I want to put his base down. I want to push his base towards my hips para maka-bridge ako. Pero noticing this, mahirap. So this is where squirming comes again. I move to the side, use my elbow to push, push, push. Notice when I'm pushing, I try to cover my face kasi since MMA to, sinasapa ka talaga niyan. Okay? Basta, don't give up. Huwag ka na lang tumambay dyan pag nakuna ka na high mount. Do the best you can to escape. So from this position, I trap one leg. I try to bring his base down. I could use my knee, I could grab onto his body, or I could use both. Pag naibaba ko na siya dyan, you have to be very quick. Bago siya umangat, kunin mo na yung kamay. Okay? Trap, trap. Right? From this position, parang hinges ng pintuan, I would bridge going to this direction, obviously. Since na-isolate ko na yan, you bump your hips up. Okay? Gamitin mo yung likod ng ulo mo. Yan, tignan nyo to. Kapit dyan. Gala. Alright? Tayo. So again, lahat ng mga pangyayari na yun, hindi yan in slow motion, mabilis yan since MMA to. Sige, binapound ako na Vince, pump up, I try to squirm, bring his face down, tap, and then bring to the side. Okay, mabilis yan. Binagalan na natin. Pero in reality, since binabakbaka, kinukuna ka na submission, you have to do the escapes technically. Okay? You have to practice your squirming. And if you're training by yourself, wala kang training partner, but you do have a match, you could practice the squirming drills na ituturo sa inyo ni Sir Vince. Ipapakita ni Sir Vince. Sige, Sir Vince, kuha tayo ng squirming. Switching. Squirming. Yeah, notice na si Sir Vince, he's trying to push the hips or the legs of someone na nasa itaas niya. He could also try to squirm going downwards. Okay? As if he's trying to escape. Yun na nga. So we have to master those techniques. So you could also incorporate not just the switching drill, you could also incorporate the squirming drills sa inyong daily fitness. So a while ago, I tried to escape the high mount by doing the bridge. This time around, ifo-focus natin yung drill na yun, yung bridging, the proper bridging. Okay, so recap lang to, di ba? I tried to squirm, try to bring his base down, and then trap, bridge. When you bridge, yung paa, okay, kahit isa or dalawa na nakatanim sa sahig, this is where you try to get the angle of bridging your hips up. Yung ulo, yung batok sa sahig, okay, ito, paa na sa sahig, try to bridge the side. That's how you bridge. Diba? The same techniques apply pag kinukuna ka naman ng side mount. Kuna mo ako ng side mount. So again, di ba, nag-squirm ako. I managed to squirm, nakuha ko na siya dyan, If I can't slide out, notice na pwede akong mag-bridge. Yung dalawang paa ko nakatanim sa head, back of my head, also on the ground. I try to lift my hips up and put my arms up. Bridging. So in the context of grappling, jiu-jitsu and wrestling, bridge is very important. So kung wala ka man training partner and you're training with yourself, you have to make sure that you're also developing your neck muscles, you're also developing that instinct to bridge when necessary. One drill that you could do at home is the bridging drill na i-demonstrate ni Sir Vince. Yan, you would notice yan, nakababa. You would notice na yung kanyang leg, yan, sinusustain niya. He's trying to lift his entire body weight, almost his entire body weight, on the back of his head. Ginagamit niya yung kanyang traps muscle. And you could also notice that he's trying to put his arms to the side. Pinapractice niya yung gilid na kanyang leg. So you could incorporate that sa inyong daily fitness routine kung mag-isa ka sa bahay and you're trying to do some grappling related drills. Okay, so for this episode, at least makaturo ko ng isang submission, particularly a submission on the guard that is made very famous, called the armbar from the guard. Right? So we've practiced the hip twisting, right? How to do that properly. Dito natin ma-apply yan properly. From this position, make sure that you're isolating one arm. One arm is good because you're gonna do an arm bar. What I try to do is, kung anong kamay ang ina-isolate ko, kunyari ito, yan, I'll try to use the same arm to trap it. So if this is his right arm, I'll use my right arm to trap it. Trapping involves you using your bicep. Pwede mo itong gamitin kung may gi. Pero the fact na magiging madulas yan, magiging mahirap catching the arm. So what I like to do is to use my bicep para makasigurado naka-properly locked in. Para hindi siya makatakas. From this position, you have to go to this side para ma-isolate mo yung balikat. Now, how do you do that? Kung flexible ka, you could simply swing your leg towards his face. But that doesn't involve technique. I want you to be technical. So you have to use another arm to trap his shoulder. Baka hindi siya makaangat. If you could want to control the back of the head, you could do that. Para kung subukan ni Sir Vince umangat, sige, the Sir Vince, he's still down here. From this position, I use my leg, this leg, isipa ko sa side, right? Notice na nakuha ko na yung angulo na gusto ko, throw my legs, and then twist. Doon pumapasok ang hip twisting. Again, trap, same arm, left side, yan, itong lumabas sa akin, at ito grab the back of his head, use my hips to move to the side, and then swing. Oh, sorry. Notice in that process, again, I am not idle within my back. Gumagalaw ako, and also I'm applying the hip twisting. So with grappling, hindi porket you're on your back, vulnerable ka na. On your back, you could do plenty of submissions. This is what makes jiu-jitsu, to be specific, a very deadly sport, a very deadly technique, and also a very deadly art. So kunyari, kahit malagay man yung likod ko on the ground, I could do submissions. An example is you being on the guard position. This is called the guard position. Nalaglag ako, Sir Vince nasa itaas. Now, it might look na he's dominant. It might look na ako, vulnerable ako, pwede akong tamaan na suntok. Yes, that may be true. Pero for the learned person, may submission dito. An example would be an armbar. So let's just say, sige, sumusuntok si Sir Vince. Yan, ma-isolate ko yung kamay. Ma-isolate ko, it's across my head. From this position, I try to grab his collarbone. Many techniques go into this position. But this is just one of the many styles that you could do. From this, I try to shift. I try to kick his hips with my toe, with my heel to the side. Nakaanggulo ako sa kanyang braso. From this position, I trap here. Yan, you would notice na na-isolate ko na yung braso. Mula dito, susubukan ko hyperextend. I will pull his thumb going downwards and then bridge my hips up. You could notice na hina-hyperextend ko yung kanyang elbow hanggang sa mabalik. Okay? So again, armbar from this position, kapit. Yan. Diba? Sipa to the side. Okay. Not only that, you could also apply many other submission. This one is called the triangle position. From this, pag ma-isolate ko, pulling ko yung kamay, pasok dyan, I try to move to the side. Good. From this position, hindi ko nakalaban yung kanyang balikat, leg na lang yan. I put this together and then I try to bring his body downwards. I am trying to constrict him. A while ago with armbar, hina-hyperextend ko. With the triangle, I am trying to constrict him. So again, ito yan. Control, labas, sipa, gilid, right, isolate, sipa, trap, constrict, triangle. Now you could notice on your back, hindi ka idle, hindi porket nasa likod ka, may alam ka submission, again, hihiga ka na lang. This also requires many muscle movements, many muscle groups for you to use. Since kalaban mo ang gravity, dahil nakababa ka, you have to practice shooting your hips up. This is where, anong tawag doon? Hip twist comes in. Okay? Na i-demonstrate sa inyo ni Sir Vince. If you're training alone, wala kang training partner, you could also apply this in your training regimen. Sir Vince higa. This is called the hip twisting. Higa siya. He's putting his hips up. Notice when he's doing that, he's twisting his hips. Right? Yan. Pwede lagyan ng variation. Pwede mag-practice ng triangle position. He's working his abs. He's working his legs. In some sense, he's also working his lower back. So again, just to recap, Vince, tayong dalawa. Si Sir Vince, apply naman niya yung technique na yun. Habang siya sa akin ng full guard. Para ma-appreciate nyo. Full guard, para ma-application yun. Wash siya ng armbar. Notice his hips. Sige, armbar. Good. Okay, kabila, balik ka. Kuha ka ng triangle. Triangle. Sige, triangle, triangle. Triangle. Good. Okay, kabilang side. Kuha mo ka ng armbar dito. Good. Good. Okay. Kuha mo ka ng triangle dito sa side nito. Control. Yes. So again, even on your back, you're a very deadly person. But even on your back, hindi ibig sabihin nun na hihiga ka na lang. You have to apply as many muscle groups and techniques as you can. This is what makes jiu-jitsu a very, very gentle but deadly art. You would notice na yun na nga, he's doing his hip twisting para makakuha yung angle for a good arm bar. Isolate ito. He's also doing good hip twisting to isolate my neck para masara niya na maigi yung triangle. So for this drill, i-synthesize na natin lahat na natutunan natin. We're gonna practice the switching, the squirming, the bridging, and the hip twist. Okay? We're gonna do a drill. Okay? Gusto ko na intindihin nyo na may mga techniques involved. Focus kayo sa mga ginagawa namin techniques. Right? So kung may ka-partner kayo, you could try to do this drill as well. So from this position, si Sir Vince habol sa akin ng side mount. And drill to. We're gonna practice many positions, many escapes, and many techniques. So kung naka-proper high mount si Sir Vince, remember that I have to squirm. Remember squirming ulit ha. I have to put his base down. Squirm, squirm, squirm. Now for this drill, the moment na magkaroon na ng space, si Sir Vince, habol siya ng high mount. High mount, yan. Very high mount. From this position, I would still try to escape. And remember, escaping the high mount requires you to squirm pa rin. Bring his base down, and then trap. Diba? Right? From this position, bridge kami. Ayan. And but this time around, naka-guard na si Sir Vince. From a guard position, me, I'll try to escape. Okay? Pero para ma-integrate din natin yung hip twisting, attempt kayo ng isang submission such as the armbar. Sir Vince, habol ng armbar. Kuha. Yan, balik. Drill lang naman. So pag nagawa na yung armbar, balik kami dito. Now I will try to escape the guard position. If he wants me to go down on his base, bumaba sa level niya, I want to do the opposite. I want to posture up. By using both of my palms, ilalagay ko sa bewang and putting my elbow sa kanyang hips. I put one knee sa kanyang tailbone and kicking my leg backwards, I make an opening. From this position, I use two arms. Dakot, kuha, trap. Lalagay ko yung tuhod sa kanyang muka. And from this, I try to switch. Gagamitin na aking balikat. And ako ay nasa side mount position na. A good side mount. From this position, si Sir Vince naman ang tatakas. Squirm. Bago siya makatakas, hahabol ako ng high mount. Okay, anong gagawin ni Sir Vince? He's gonna squirm. He's gonna put my face down. Switch niya ako. Tap the arm. Switch. Guard. The guard position, nahabol ako ng isang submission. Kuha lang. Para ma-practice lang natin yung hip twisting. Kuha. Armbar. Okay? Yan. Tapos si Sir Vince, takas, escape, pass, tuhod, good, proper side mount. Anong gagawin ko? Escape. Which I will score. So as you could notice, with that synthesis drill, we're practicing many positions such as the side mount, the high mount, and also the full guard. We're practicing a submission, the arm bar, and we're also practicing the fundamentals na pwede mo gawin mag-isa. The squirming, the bridging, the hip twist, and squirming, bridging, hip twist, and also the switching. Thank you for watching this episode of Fitness Friday, Day 2, and we managed to cover the ground, the jiu-jitsu aspect with that. Maraming benefits when it comes to training mixed martial arts. Any martial arts in particular. You build your fitness, you build your self-confidence, and also you build that appreciation towards discipline. Thank you very much for this episode. Thank you very much for watching us. And also thank you to the National Parks Development Committee. I am Jojo Tabang, and you could catch me at 46 MMA.
Search us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, 46 MMA, and of course my channel, The Stoic Spartan.
Thank you very much.